Today's quote: "The emperor and the beggar both long for love and to be loved." Over the past 20 years, I've gradually come to understand that I am just like you. Whether you're an emperor or a beggar, whether you're wealthy and powerful or an ordinary person, in the end, everyone longs to be acknowledged, to be respected, to be understood, to feel needed, and to be loved. When someone finds the value of their life, when they feel respected, loved, and affirmed, when they understand the meaning of their existence, their strength becomes limitless. But on the other hand, if they can't find this sense of value, if they don't feel affirmed, respected, or loved, their life may become lost, directionless, and they may experience emotional struggles or other difficult states. I remember about 15 or 16 years ago, a student left a deep impression on me, one that was almost shocking. When I first met him, I discovered he had severe depression. He had been on medication for a long time and had attempted suicide multiple times. He had even stayed in psychiatric hospitals because his suicide attempts had failed. I knew his condition was extremely dangerous. One day, I noticed he was struggling again. I was fortunate to connect with him. In that moment, I spoke with him for a while, but I found that no matter what words I used, no matter what tools I tried, nothing seemed to help. Truly, nothing worked. So I asked him, "Is there anyone around you who is unhappy?" He said, "Yes." I asked again, "Who is unhappy?" I encouraged him to support that person. I said, "Why don't you send them a message or give them a call and check in on them?" At that time, people still made phone calls. I told him, "After you make the call, reach out to me again." 15 minutes later, he called me back, and his entire demeanor had changed. He was much more awake, and his energy had noticeably increased. He told me, "Oh, that person wasn't really unhappy. They just thought they were." I realized when he was able to help someone else, when he found a sense of value in himself, his strength grew significantly. So I tried to find a small role for him within our community resources, a volunteer position, something simple for him to contribute to. Of course, I collaborated with other team members beforehand to provide him with extra support and care, to walk alongside him. And within just 1 or 2 months, when I saw him again, he had completely changed. He was full of energy, full of life, actively participating, and had even become a small leader. In that moment, I was deeply moved, so moved. I felt that this was one of the most meaningful things I had ever done, because the student who once so often thought about suicide, who had even attempted it many times, had now found the meaning of life, had found his strength, and had chosen to live. I deeply feel life is so precious, so valuable. From that moment on, I became even more certain that to support others, the most important thing is to help them find the value of their life, to let them feel respected, understood, and loved, to create for them a system of continuous support. So, if you see a friend who is unhappy, you don't need to take on their burden, nor do you need to solve all their problems. Instead, help them feel that they are needed, that they are understood. Help them find a small group, a small community that can emotionally support them. Step by step, day by day, as they rediscover their value, they will be able to embrace life and pass that strength on to someone else. In this way, each person can find their own life's value. This is the meaning of a sustainable community and the value of shared growth. Thank you. May you be safe and may you be loved.